Good morning. Today is actually Tuesday. I did not film Monday in the morning when I was getting ready to say good morning. I ended up talking to my husband instead, and I just kind of blew off vlogging, which, my real life family is more important, of course. So we had a really nice visit over the weekend with Daniel. I just really enjoyed getting to see where he's living and going and spending time with him and just everything. We bought him a TV, got him all set up with that, got all his clothes to him. It was just a great visit. And so now it's just, back to work, back to the day-to-day, and so I'm just getting ready to make my coffee and get headed out the door and all the normal everyday stuff. But anyway, I'll talk to you again soon. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, and I'm happy about that because the week is going by. There's a lot of meetings today. There was one very long one yesterday. I got through almost an entire skein of yarn on my next project, which if I show it to you in process, it's going to be like silent, because last week it worked out really well because the guy that gets there as early as I do was on vacation, so I kind of had the place to myself for like an hour in the mornings, so I could talk, and I would feel like, because he just sits like right on the other side of where I sit. And so if I were talking, he would probably think I was talking to him or wonder what in the heck I'm up to. So if I think about it, I'll show you the work in progress, but it will just be like a silent drawer opening. But, so yeah, it's going to be another day with several meetings, and which I actually kind of like those because the day goes by fast. Part of me doesn't like them because then I don't get some of things that I might have needed to get done, but it always ends up working out because not every day is like that, and a lot of times there's a day where there's no meeting, so then I get everything done. And then tonight will be the night, it's pool night for my husband. He'll be going and playing pool with his buddies, so I'll kind of have part of the night to myself. But yeah, right now I'm just getting ready to make my coffee and head out the door and start the day. So anyway, I will talk to you again soon. Good morning. It's Thursday, so the last day that I have to drive down to the building for the week. Work from home on Fridays. I feel like I say that every Thursday. I probably do. It doesn't matter. But anyway, it's morning. Getting ready to get my stuff together. Getting ready to head out the door. Can't think of anything else. So I will talk to you again soon. I forgot to show you guys, I finished this project. It was a work project. It is with the Michaels Charisma yarn, and the colorway is something Bright Pop. It's another one that I've done before, and I've got another work project going. But this is really pretty. I like it. I love this yarn. And this one is just being a cutie pie. What do you want? What do you want? Good morning. It is Friday. I'm working from home. Getting ready to make some tea. I got this from Harry and David when I ordered some things online. It was on clearance. It's their Christmas blend. Butterscotch Caramel Christmas Herbal Tea. I haven't even opened it or tried it yet, but I am getting ready to. I hope it's delicious. I bet it will be. So now while I wait for my tea to finish steeping, I am going to unpackage Blue Apron that just got delivered. These will be the meals for this week. Spicy pork and Korean rice cakes, roasted chicken and rosemary vegetables, and Middle Eastern baked chicken and rice. All these sounded really good. So here are like the dry goods, I guess you could call it, for what we have planned for our meal plans this coming up week, actually starting with tomorrow, Saturday. I'm going to be making chili and cornbread, and then Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, so my husband will be going to a buddy's, so probably won't cook then. But then for the rest of the week, 3 nights we'll have Blue Apron, and then one of the nights I'm going to make minestrone soup, the cheat way. Actually not cheat way, I don't like calling it that, more like quick. That brand, that Bear Creek, makes a potato soup that's really good too. But those are really handy during the weekdays because I work all day and I don't want to have to come home and put a whole lot of effort into dinner. Would you be quiet? The dog. So then we'll just have some rolls, and I always keep those frozen rolls in the freezer so you can just pop them in the oven. On the weekends I use the kind that rise, but then like some of this other stuff is for the Blue Apron. And that's for the chili and the chili and the chili and the chili. But so yeah. But you know, I know that we could like put this in the cabinet or whatever, but I really have enjoyed meal prepping and planning for every week and then watching this go down as the week goes on. It's been really great. So, what is it you want? I think he thinks every time I get the video camera out, he is going to get... Shh. I think he thinks he gets something every time the camera's out because he's cute. Okay. My verdict on the tea, it's very good. It isn't as like flavorful as like a David's tea, for example, but it is really very good. And I figured I would share what I put in both my tea and my coffee is half and half. It's half cream, half milk. So, in case you're interested, any of my tea or coffee drinker friends. It is Saturday morning, about 9 o'clock, and I'm getting the chili ready to start in the crock pot, and then we're going to go to the grocery store. So I've got my meat browned. I'm draining and rinsing the kidney beans. That is 2 cans of kidney beans. And that is 2 pounds of ground beef. Then I added 2 cans of diced tomatoes, undrained. And then I'm going to be adding 1 can of tomato sauce. And then lastly, before I mix it up, this is McCormick makes a slow cooker chili mix. It already has all the chili powder. It has dried dehydrated onions, peppers, you know, all that stuff. Normally, if I was making this like on the stove, I would chop up bell peppers and onions and stuff, but this is really good when you just don't want to do all that. So now I'm just going to mix it up. So now it's all mixed up. I'm going to put the lid on. Oh, and I use crock pot liners. Probably a lot of people use those. They make cleanup a breeze. And I'm going to put it on low for 8 hours. And let it sit, or cook, or whatever you want to call it. And here's this one again, who thinks because I have a camera out and I'm talking to it that means he's cute and deserves to get a TREAT, but he's already had one. Sorry, buddy. Hey guys. Hey, I started the video right when the sun was right behind me. We're done with grocery shopping. It is very windy today. You might be able to tell from my hair. So now, guess where I'm going? You got it, Target. Because that is where we buy our toilet paper, because we really like their brand. It's really good, and the price is right. So I'm going there for that, and I also need to get, I don't drink pop or soda, whatever you call it in your area, but I love this. This is what I drink. And so I'm gonna buy some more of that. I haven't always not drank. I used to drink Diet Pepsi, but I quit drinking it a few months ago. Every once in a blue moon, like if we go to the movie theater, I'll have it because they don't have iced tea. And this is just straight up iced tea. It's got real sugar in it, but I only drink one a day, and then I'm drinking water the rest of the time. So I want to get some more tea because it was not on sale at Walmart. That's where we went and did our grocery shopping. It's the same price, both places, but if I buy it at Target, I get 5% off if I use my Target card, and then sometimes it's on sale there. I don't ever see it on sale at Walmart, but I see it on sale at Target pretty frequently. So that's what I'm gonna get. And then of course I will look around, and I don't know if I'll go anywhere else or anything. I might. So the chili's in the crock pot. I'm gonna bake cornbread later. And sometimes in the chili, I think I might have told you, sometimes I'll add like extra onion, especially if I'm cooking it on the stove. I actually really like it in the crock pot. It's so easy. Sometimes I'll add fresh jalapenos to it, which is really good. But today I just wanted to I just made it just exactly like the McCormick seasoning pack says to do. They make a seasoning pack that's not crock pot, that's just, you know, stovetop too, which I think has pretty much the same stuff in it. So yeah. And then tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday. My husband will be going to his buddies to watch that. And so I'll just be home, me and my oldest, but I'll watch it. I usually have it on because I like to watch for the commercials, and I'm usually doing something else while I have it on. But we don't have like any special Super Bowl Sunday thing planned or anything because my husband's not even going to be there. So, which doesn't bother me in the least. One thing I thought about doing was organizing the coat closet because it's a mess. My problem with it is it's really small, and we keep all our coats and jackets in it. And then, well, except for like right now, our coats are hanging on a kitchen chair because we use them almost every day. And we have a coat rack like hanging on the wall too, that we would hang like coats or jackets that we're using right now, but neither one of us have been putting our coats there, whatever. But I'd like to organize that closet, but it is small. It's really small. And I also keep my vacuum cleaner in there. There's a few other things I keep in there, so I really don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Some of the junk that we have in there that we don't access very often, I have like in crates. So it's organized somewhat. Enough to where I probably won't spend my Sunday doing that. It's like a sunny day today. It's supposed to get up in the 50s. It's 43 right now. But Tuesday, they're talking about possibly a snowstorm. But they said it's really too early right now. I guess the computer models are calling like 8 to 12 inches, but they think the computer models are exaggerating. So we'll see. But at least today the weather's pretty good, except it's really windy. And then tomorrow's supposed to get really cold again. So anyway, into Target I go. It's not on sale, but Snapple is. I like Snapple. Maybe I'll buy one of them instead. Going for the Snapple. So I decided I am also going to invest in some really good quality baking sheets because we have really crappy ones that like bend in the oven and stuff. And these are Nordic ware, made in the United States, lifetime warranty. So I'm getting the small one, the medium, and the big one, because we do use our oven and baking sheets a lot. I'm also picking this up because I love Justin Timberlake, and I've not heard the best reviews about this, but I want to give it my own review, I guess, and it's on sale. And I'm going to get a meat tenderizer because right now I use a frying pan when I'm trying to flatten out chicken, and it's really noisy, so I'm going to try this. And of course, this is the kind we use. Well, I'm done at Target. I showed you everything I got. The wind continued to do a number on my hair. So funny, I thought with it shorter that the wind wouldn't be as annoying. I was wrong. I think it might actually mess it up more. So now, since I don't have anything cold, I think I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby. I'm already really close to it. Actually, I should have went that direction, but I can go that way. There's more than one way to get there. I really should have went that way, but oh well. It's really not a big deal because going that way you kind of loop up, and this way I loop down, so I don't think it's any different. But last time I went there, it's been a few weeks ago. What did I go there for? It was right after Christmas. I don't even remember what I went there for. Huh. Oh well, it doesn't matter. But they were starting to get their spring stuff out, and I think they make the cutest spring things. And so I thought I would go look at their spring stuff. I really like Hobby Lobby. And then when I was in Target, I ran into my mother-in-law and her boyfriend, which was really cool. So we stood and talked for a little bit. I enjoyed that. I really like my mother-in-law. We get along really good, which is a good thing since my husband and I have been together since 1987. It's helpful to be to get along with your mother-in-law. Okay, so now I'm going this way. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, I tried the neti pot for the first time. That was an experience. I didn't do it exactly right the first time. Well, I didn't start exactly right because you're supposed to tilt your head forward, and I didn't have it tilted quite forward enough, so the very first time I went to pour the water in, you're supposed to tilt your head to the side and then have it tilted forward. It started to go down my throat. But as soon as that happened, I stopped doing it. So, and then they also say, don't hold your breath, breathe through your mouth. And I'm probably just being dramatic, but the first time I tried it, I felt like I was drowning, but it was because I wasn't breathing. It was just weird, but once I got the hang of it, it wasn't so bad. I used the little packet of stuff that came with it. The only thing is today when my husband and I went grocery shopping, I did buy distilled water because you're not supposed to use just plain tap water. If you use tap water, you're supposed to boil it, which is what I did. So I boiled the water, but then, of course, I had to wait for it to cool down. So I kept having to check on the water. And then you just use 8 ounces, you pour it into the pot, you put the little packet of stuff in there, mix it up, and then you use half of it up one nostril and then half of it up the other nostril. It was really very super simple once I got the hang of it. which wasn't, it didn't take long to get the hang of it. Fire truck. I always hate seeing that because I always think, you know, it's either going to be a fire or a car accident, and I always, you know, wish for the person, whoever is in it, whatever it is, that they're okay. Or not just a fire or an accident, they'll send them, well, like if you have a heart attack, for example, and you need to go in an ambulance, they'll send the fire department for that also. So anyway, and then I had, from Amazon, I ordered this little thing that's like a thing to set the pot on, so you can, because you're supposed to like clean it out. You know, it doesn't like go up your nose and then go into the pot or anything, but your nose touches the thing that goes up to your nostril. So I made sure I cleaned it up and everything, and but I bought this thing that you're supposed to drain. I still keep hearing sirens, but I don't see them. But that one came from this direction, so I'm just going to watch before I turn at this light. But I bought a thing that you're supposed to sit the pot on to drain it, and then the bottom holds all the little packets. But then, like I said, today I bought the distilled water, so now all I have to do is put 8 ounces in the microwave, and then I'll just heat it up for like 10 seconds to get it lukewarm. Because you're supposed to have it like lukewarm, and I'll try it again. And I think the more I use it, then it'll just become, because they say to use it once or twice a day. I am not going to use it twice a day. I am going to try to use it once a day, though. At least 3 or 4 times a week. Because the funny thing is the whole reason that made me think, oh yeah, I got that neti pot, I want to go try it, was I started getting like a sinus headache. And so I thought, you know, I'm going to try that. Start trying that, because maybe I can make sure I don't get a sinus infection this year. And after I used that, my headache did go away. So I don't know, because, I mean, not to be gross or anything, but I didn't have like, because, okay, you use it on one side, and then you're supposed to blow your nose gently, and then you use it on the other side and you do the same thing. And, you know, I was doing this over the bathroom sink. I didn't have like boogers and crap coming out of my nose into the sink, and which I kind of almost expected. So I wasn't sure exactly how that thing was going to work. But when I did the, you know, blow your nose gently kind of thing, I did have a little bit of stuff come out. So I think it worked, at least my first time. Once I got over feeling like I was drowning and sort of breathing through my mouth like you're supposed to do. So I'm at Hobby Lobby now, so I'm gonna go in here. God, I gab too much on the weekends. It is getting really cold. It's like the temperature didn't stay up for very long. Maybe it's just the wind, because it says it's 51. But I am cold. My hair is a mess. I don't care. And if I don't care, why do I mention it every time I get in the car? I looked at all the stuffs. I did not buy any of the stuffs. So, I think I'm gonna head home. There's nothing else that I can think of, and it is almost 2, so. Oh, in case you're interested, the CD I have been listening to this week is Divide by Ed Sheeran. It's a very good CD. I like it a lot. He is extremely talented. Okay. So now, if I can get out of here without getting hit. It is very crowded. It's like everybody's out and about. We're getting like another shopping center that is gonna open. They keep saying in the spring it's gonna have a Ross, a Marshalls, a Petco, a Five Below, which is that store that everything costs $5 or less, and a Party City, which that'll be cool to have a Ross and a Marshalls. That'll give me more places to spend money I don't really need to spend. Although, you know, I all the time go to different places and look around and don't buy anything. There's an example right there. I'm trying to think what way I want to go home. I think I'll go the way I came, because I don't think going that way cuts off any time at all. It's kind of the way I should have gone, to come here. It'll loop me back up to Target and Kohl's. I need nothing at Kohl's. Did I tell you guys Daniel got promoted on Wednesday? I don't remember if I told you or not, but he got promoted from Airman Basic to Airman. And so he got his first stripe. So he got a stripe, and he'll get a raise. And after that, I think after Airman is A1C, Airman First Class. But don't quote me. I'm just guessing. I think that's what it is, but I'm not sure. And then I think you get another stripe. But you want to know something interesting? Some of you might already know this. I did not. I didn't realize, like when he got told he was going to be promoted, it was up to him to go up to the clothing issue store, buy the stripes, the ones that he needed for his ABUs, and take them to the dry cleaner and get them sewed on. I didn't know that they had to buy all that stuff themselves, but they do. It's like everything. You go in the clothing issue and it's like all the ABUs, the dress blues, the shirts, all of it, shoes, all of it, they have to buy themselves. And while we were there, we bought him, they have these really nice, thick fleece that are approved to wear with their uniforms, and they were like, I want to say $70, and he just didn't want to spend the money on it, you know. He was kind of saving his money, and he also, you get the tapes, like there's the Velcro on them, and then you buy the tapes, and you get, so we paid to have his name. One side says U.S. Air Force, the other side will have his name, and then there was like a place for the emblem, so he went ahead and got the one that was for Airmen, but we bought that for him, and then he has to wait before he can actually wear it with his uniform, like during the work week. He has to wait for the tapes to come in, but he can wear them with his civilian clothes in the evening or on the weekends if he wants to. But it was a nice thick fleece, because he has like a Gore-Tex, I think is the material, like kind of a coat, and it's like waterproof and everything, but it's not particularly like squishy. I don't know, it's like, so the fleece, he can wear the fleece either over or under it, however he chooses. So that was pretty cool that we were able to get that for him. I got this fleece, and then these 2 pins while we were in Oklahoma. This is like his training, or not training, his squadron, like symbol for air combat. It's really, I think the only thing I bought was this and those 2 pins. And then my husband, he got him a couple of hats. We're like fully, no, I take that back. I bought both of us. They had these t-shirt sets. One t-shirt was like Tinker Air Force Base, and then the other one had the AWACS on it, the kind of plane that he'll be flying on as part of the flight crew. So I got a set for myself that was like a light pink and a dark pink, and then my husband's is kind of like this color of blue, and I don't remember if the other one was a darker blue or a gray. So I did get us those. Another Air Force t-shirt is like the last thing in the world I need. I would like to have an Air Force sweatshirt, and I didn't see any of them while we were there. I thought for sure I'd be able to get like a hoodie, and I didn't see any. Lots of t-shirts, but no hoodies. There is one on Amazon that I've added to my wish list, but it's like, I don't like ordering clothes like online that often because I want to be able to hold them up and see how big they are, and I like to buy things like this is too big, but it's so roomy and comfortable and soft. And then if my husband wanted to borrow it, he could. Not that I would let him, but you know, just in case. So I think that's going to be it for this week, because I end up making these too long because I talk too long on the weekends. Just gabby. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the week and talk to you again next week. Bye.